Hey, we started a podcast. Yeah, Philly G, because they know who I be.
The King of Kings.
I'm back.
What it do, people?
Hey, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he, a.k.a. Philly G, because they know who I be. I'm here with Ray Ray
What it do, people?
and special guest, Quake Matthews.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And hey, we started a podcast. And episode 159. Wanted to make sure to say that.
159. That's
One-
no joke, man.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
Yeah.
And yeah, good to have you back, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's got to be, it's got to be over a year now, I think. Like,
Yeah, the anniversary would have been like a couple weeks ago.
okay.
Yeah, you were here on the 101.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wild to think though. It's been that long already.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because I remember it was cold last time, too. So like,
Yeah. And you dropped 2 albums since then.
Yeah.
So let us know what's been going on in the process. You've been working, man.
I just been working, man. I've been in a different zone, really. Like, I quit drinking alcohol January 1st. So it's been almost a year now. And it's just, bro, I feel like it just changed me as a person. And, like, my productivity has just been crazy. Like, I'm treating it, I don't know. I always thought I worked hard, but I'm treating it like a serious, like a real job, like for real now, like every single day going like 12 hours. And so it's just, man, I'm making a lot more music and it feels good, you know?
In reels too. And
Yeah, going crazy on the content. Too,
yeah,
man.
I like that delivery boy skit.
Yeah.
Got the comedy going. I like that.
Creative, man, show them the personality. You know?
Yeah, I like that.
Go ahead.
I was just clearing my throat, guys.
Let me clear my throat.
So what has that clarity been like for you? Like since kind of making that decision, how did you come to that decision? And like kind of like what has it been like since having that clarity for you?
Yeah, I mean, I got by drinking, you know, like it wasn't like this shit is ruining my career or anything. Like I feel like I was doing good. I always worked hard, but it was like those 2 or 3 days a week when I was hungover and I didn't feel like doing anything. Like that shit, if you add that shit up over a year, 3 days a week over a year, like you're losing so much time.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know, I'm getting older and I'm not really in the place where I know I want to be or where I'm capable to be. So I was like, I got to trim anything out of my life that is going to hinder me in any little way to get to where I'm going. And that's why I made the decision. And honestly, it's been great, man. And it's been the funnest year of my life. Like I always used to think you had to drink to have fun or, you know, like, oh, shit is going to be dry when I stop drinking or whatever. And, bro, it's really couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Like, I've been having the most fun, working the most hard I ever have, and everything's just lining up. And it's crazy because, like, I don't know what it is, if it's with the universe or if it's with energy or what it is, bro, but it's like, it almost feels like when you get rid of some negativity, like say it's in your cup, my cup was full, half full of positivity, half full of negativity. And when I emptied out the negativity, it's like, it was like water. Positive things just started rushing into my cup. Like, and it was like, I couldn't explain it. Like all these great things started happening. Like, you know, the song with Be Real, I think was, no, that was before. But the shit with Ice Cube and Scarface and like all these big looks just started falling in my lap. And it was like, damn, like I feel like there's something with the energy where whoever's watching, God, the universe, whatever's going on, like someone is rewarding my discipline right now. And that's how I kind of felt, you know?
No, and that's a key point to bring up as well as that kind of that positive attracts positive, kind of almost that law of what they call it, the law of attraction. Yeah.
For sure, man. Energy,
positive things.
Energy is real, man. Like every one of our thoughts have a frequency, like a radio signal, and people don't realize, like what you're thinking about or the way you're moving or your mood or whatever, that's what you're attracting into your life, because positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. So if you're vibrating at a high frequency, it's going to attract those things into your life. And, you know, if you're constantly abusing liquor or doing whatever and you're in a low vibrational thing, you're blaming the world for things that are your fault and shit, then more of these problems are going to come into your life. And that's what I noticed. So, man, I'm just feeling good. Like, it's crazy. I should have did this years ago, but I think everything is timing, and I feel like this is the right time, and I'm just excited for years to come now, because I'm in a different space, man. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I got the capability to be, like, world-class level, and that's what I'm trying to do, man, you know?
No, absolutely. And you brought up another, really key point that I think people need to pick up on as well, because when people are trying to get on that road to sobriety, that's one of the things that they kind of often fall back on. Is like, well, what is life like without it?
Yeah.
How do I have fun with it? How do I go out and do certain things? Like, everybody goes out to clubs and does this thing.
Yeah.
Every activity seems like there's drinking involved.
For sure.
How do I not do that and still be in those environments and still have fun, right? So,
bro, that was like a panic attack for me, because, like, we're, especially here in Nova Scotia, bro, it's so a part of everything, and we're conditioned to think that you need it for everything. And I was a victim of that too. So the first thought in my head is like, how am I going to do a show?
Yeah.
Never done a show sober for 20 years.
Yeah.
Been drinking every single show. You know, how am I going to go to a party and have fun? How am I going to have fun at all? Like, to me, my idea of fun was like going out somewhere and getting a buzz on. Like, even if it's a Tuesday afternoon in Bears Lake at lunch, like, let's get a buzz on, you know? And it's like, or other things like, bro, like, how am I supposed to go on a date without having drinks and loosening up? So, like, all these things were in my mind. And, bro, I heard somebody say one time, like, the biggest way to, like, grow is to just run towards fear. So I remember the first show came up, and I was like, what am I going to do? Like, you know, I'm tripping. And I just threw myself out on the stage, and then I realized, like, damn, like, I'm a lot clearer. I'm more in control. Like, everything, like, my swagger is better. And it's like, you think you're better when you're drinking, but you're really not. It feels better. But, like, this fear and these, like, anxiety and nervousness is a good thing. It's like, if you channel it properly, it's a good thing. It's like fire. It's like you can use fire to heat your house or use that energy to burn your house down. It's how you channel it. And, you know, when you feel these little nerves or this fear, it means you're growing or you're doing something out of your comfort zone. And the crazy thing is, the more times you do it, the more comfortable you get with it and the more confident you get. So it's like, I actually feel like I'm growing my stage show, my social skills, because I'm actually having to do the work. I'm throwing myself in the fire and being like, all right. And then when, like I said, when you do it, you gain the confidence. So, you know, you got to go to a party sober and then you have a good time and you're talking to a bunch of people and you're putting yourself in these situations where it's like, all right, I'm scared to go around and mingle, but it's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyways. And then that builds self-confidence to where you actually grow, because every other time before it's like, ah, fuck it, I'll just drink this little drink. And then it's like a fake confidence. It's like, oh, I can do it now, but now I'm going to need this drink the next time to do it again. And I feel like once you start doing it without it, you gain the confidence of like, oh shit, I can do this. And the more times you do it, your comfort zone grows bigger. Because it's like, oh, I already been here before. Like, now the uncomfortable is comfortable to me, and it's like, now I got to push even further to get uncomfortable, and pretty soon that uncomfortable is going to be comfortable to me, and then the shit just keeps growing, and that's how growth is, you know?
No, absolutely. It's kind of putting more tools in your toolbox along the way.
For sure.
So I see that you've been also diving into some different forms of content. Your content game is very consistent. Out there doing good things. Talk about what you've been up to, man.
Man, I just like to throw the personality into the content and stuff like that. And honestly, my boy DTG, who's a dude from Kelowna, he opened up my mind when it comes to content. This guy's a genius. I don't know if you guys ever seen him, but he does the Eminem impressions. I don't like he got like his thing is real DTG, but he'll do like he does really good Eminem impressions where he's like he writes it himself and he awfully hot coffee pop to the bother. But I don't know if you ever seen him, but
I feel like I have.
yeah, he's like his shit is big on there, like millions of followers and shit. Like, so I went out there in January at the top of the year, and he was doing a bunch of my content for me, and just being around him, like I was soaking up game to what is possible with content, because like before it's just like, all right, maybe 5 years ago, it's like you could just stand there and rap and that shit might work, you know what I mean? But now it's like people are getting more evolved, and it's like, there's so many videos, so many artists. Is like, how are you going to stand out, or how are you going to show them your personality? Because half the time, artists I fuck with or I start becoming a fan of is not even really off by hearing a song. It's like I might see an interview, they might say something that resonates with me, or I might see them being funny, or be like, oh, this guy's cool, like let me check out his music. And I feel like that's a big part of it. Like music is one aspect, but it's also like, how do people buy into your brand? How do people buy into your personality? How do you make people fuck with you and be like, oh, this guy's a cool guy, like, and to me, that little lane, I started doing some of the skits and the acting shit before, and, I would do either funny shit or shit relates to the song or whatever it is to grab your attention. Now, when I got your attention, I cut in with the music, and I already got you. So I just been exploring other different ways on how to share the personality and exercise the creative muscle. And man, even me doing this shit has gotten me like, I got the acting bug now, because I feel like I want to kill the performance, and I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm actually doing all right. Like, so it's making me want to do more. But
we're directors, right?
Yeah. Come on. You were saying about something before.
We'll be doing more.
Okay, let me know.
I don't even know if I showed you the one that we did. If not, I'll pass it to you.
To me for
yeah,
sure.
it was a horror one.
Okay, a horror one?
It came out nice.
I could do that.
It came out nice. I like what you said about the personality, and you hit it right on the nose where you say when you see an interview with somebody, and it's because it turns them into a person, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you might just like their music, but then when you see that they're a nice person and the person that you want to fuck with, you want to see them win. So then you're supporting them even more.
Rooting for them.
Yeah,
bro, that was like that happened to me with Nipsey Hussle. Like before he passed away, it was like, bro, I always like heard a song here or there, and I'm like, like he's dope. I fuck with it. But then when I started seeing his interviews and the jewels he was given, and the way he was looked at the world, and the shit he was saying, like. Yeah. That shit had me like, okay, like I fuck with this guy heavy. Like
for me,
I started going back into the music, like
that's what got me. Like I was always a Wu-Tang fan, but when I seen Old Dirty in interviews, just how real he was and how genuine he was. He wasn't trying to put on, he probably didn't have any media training.
He did.
You couldn't
at all.
And
bro.
it just
he
was
got
like
some classics. Like, what are you doing to give back to the community? He's like, nothing. Or when he went up on stage at the award show, and he's like, Puffy's good, but Wu-Tang is the best. Classic.
Because you feel that, because and he even said, I went and bought this expensive suit thinking we were going to win. What I mean? That's something that you probably everyone else that lost was thinking in their mind.
Yeah, for
and he
sure.
just like.
For sure, man.
He was real, and it made you want to just root for him. Like, I got to see more of this guy.
No, for sure. And I think like just, I mean, there's a line of being like unfiltered and like, I don't know. I try to not go too far, but I try to push it to what's within my character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's dope, man.
So how's that growth you've been experiencing like translating to the music or into the development of the music for you?
I think that it's making me settle less, which what I mean by that is before, say if I'm hungover and, I write a verse or a song and I got a couple hot lines, and then like I would get lazy sometimes to where it's like, I'll just give a bar away, or I got no ending for this. Like, I'll just say this, fuck it, like no one cares. And now it's like, bro, I'm a fucking surgeon with it. Like, it's like, I'm trying not to have a weak bar at all. Like, no word wasted. And I think I'm dialing in more you know, to that. And I think that every little, like how they say football is a game of inches, like that's how I'm looking at it now. It's like, bro, I gotta do everything in my power to make sure that every line, every song, every minute is the best I can possibly do. And I think that's what my new mentality has been. And I feel like I'm writing some of the best songs I ever have, you know? Yeah. And it's also just the productivity, man. Like, when you wake up hungover and you're depressed, like the last thing you want to do is go make a song. Like you probably order garlic fingers and watch Netflix and like, and that shit just, you know, becomes a spiral that becomes your normal. And now I'm just waking up early and going all day. And it's like, I don't know. I got so many songs. It's like, I don't even know what to do with them. Like, it's like, I got another album done right now, like, but I'm just I don't want to rush it. Like, I really want to think about it, but it's like I got enough music for a while, you know.
Yeah, this album I really liked, like everything about it, and like you said, the lyrics, like there's no filler.
Yeah, it's at least you know what I'm trying to do. So
yeah, we were just talking about that in the car on the way up here. It was like there's no bars wasted. Like you said, like, you know what I mean? It's all amazing production.
Thank you,
Shout
man.
out to the production team and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then your lyrics is on point. Like there's certain songs that I was like, oh, that's my standout there.
Yeah.
What was the I said it in the car.
When's the change?
Yes.
Yeah, Winds of Change. It's one of my favorites probably for sure, man. And it's like, bro, the producer, shout out to STREETRUNNER, like He was one of the producers I always looked at as like, since I was like a teenager, and was like, yo, like his shit just fits with what I'm doing so well. Like I used to do freestyles over his beats, like Fat Joe beat or whatever beat. And
how did that collab all come together?
Yeah, so
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. Bro, so I always knew I wanted to work with him, and I've been going to Atlanta pretty regularly for like the past 15 years. And I knew he lived there, and probably like 10 years ago when I was there, because I would go like once or twice a year, I just hit him up. I was like, bro, I'm a fan. Like, I just want to meet you. And he was like, cool, like come by the crib. And I did, and met him, and just, you know, we just became cool. And every time I would go, I would check him. We go out to eat. He would play me what he's working on. And I remember I scraped up some change back in the day and bought like one beat from him. All we ever did before was one song, and it was on my Celebrate the Struggle album, a song with me and Jordan, and that was like probably 2017, so like 9 years ago or something. And I knew that one day I wanted to do, you know, a whole project with him. And this time around I was working on a project, and some of my production I was modeling after him, because I was making the beats, and I was like, what would STREETRUNNER do? And I'm doing this. And then I was like, fuck it, I need to get one from him on here. So I hit him up, and we did the first one. And I was like, you know, I'm just like, fuck. I know, like, you know, times are tough, and it's like you got to make sure you put your dollars in the right places. But I was like, you know what? I was just like, fuck it. Like, I know it's going to be a little more than a local producer or whatever, but I was like, let me just do it. And then he just kept sending me shit, and bro, I made that album so quick. I was just so inspired.
Nice.
I made the album probably in like 2 months, and yeah, man, it's a blessing. I got to go down there in Atlanta and mix it with him in the studio and stuff like that, the big studio, and yeah, it's just a blessing to work with him, man. He's a hell of a producer and a great dude.
Yeah.
2 months. That's impressive, man. This quality in 2 months?
Yeah, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, man, it was like this like to be on these like Grammy winning beats, like it's like, bro, I was like, I gotta go all in. Like, you know, rap like my life depends on it, because it kind of does.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know?
I gotta say, man, that the way the intro blends in and leads into the first track, that's like,
I appreciate that.
It's
you know, that's the
crazy.
only thing I did on the album production wise was the intro leading into the first track.
Well, it's beauty, man.
Yeah.
It's
So I found a piece that matches the key of the first song, so it's in the same key.
yeah.
So I knew, and then I had like this little cinematic trailer, like thing that goes into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Yep.
Oh, that was dope, and like that's like must have been like a surreal moment to be able to kind of work with somebody whose beats you just used to jump on, just jump on because it's like I really am feeling this music, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. He got that like that music with like I describe it as like a sense of urgency. Like it sounds like overtime in the NBA finals or something, or like it's like that motivational, triumphant. That I don't know what it is, but it's just I feel like it goes well with my voice and the shit I talk about. So it's like, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's crazy. Like he got some classic songs with Jay-Z and Nas song together, or God Did with Hove, Wayne, and Ross, and like all these crazy songs that he's done, bro. And it's just like now I got an album with him. It's surreal.
Yeah.
And I see Buck's back on the album too, man.
Yeah, Buck's my guy.
You and Buck got to do an album together.
I know. I was talking about that because like it seems like every time we team up, like it just seems like the chemistry is crazy.
It's off the charts.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like I don't know what it is. I feel like I know how to pick the song that he's gonna shine on, or the song that's gonna get him to like open up and bring that emotion out of him. But yeah, I had the song done, and it was called Meet the Phantom. So like my first thought, because I usually finish a song before I think about getting someone on it. Like that's the way I do it, because I feel like it's like, who could I hear on this? It just works out better, because it's like, I don't know, I find a lot of artists when they're trying to do a song, they might just send a beat and be like, do a verse on it. It's like, I don't really like that. I like to have the full song and concept and then be like, all right, who does this fit? And originally that song Meet the Phantom, I was like, man, I'm gonna try to get Styles P, because Phantom.
Oh
you know what I mean?
Yeah. The Ghost.
So I hit up Styles P and we couldn't make that happen. It was like they were responsive, but I was like, I couldn't afford the price. And then I was like, fuck, who can I get on this shit? I need someone emotional. I need someone who's gonna bring raw emotion. And I was like, oh shit, Buck. And then I texted him the song, and bro, he's the fucking man. Bro, this guy sent me the song back in like 2 hours after I texted it to him. Done. And I was just like, damn, but he's a real one, man. Always looks out for me, always quick with it. And yeah, man, just a real dude, real humble dude, man, for sure.
That's dope, man. That speaks a lot about you, because a lot of the interactions you have with these guys, they're quick to respond to you, and they got that like kinship that speaks about your energy,
I think so, man. And I think it's just that it showed. Well, what he's told me, Buck has told me, it's just like he he can tell I put a lot into the craft. Like he's like, I can tell that you're really passionate about the craft, that you study the craft just by the way you approach things. He's like, an artist, a true artist can spot another true artist. And for him to say shit like that, I mean, it's humbling, man. It's the truth. Like, it's like, I love this shit. I study this shit to the depth. I put everything into this shit, and it's who I am. And I'm glad that comes across to, some of the greats or the people I grew up listening to and shit like that.
Like they always say, real recognize real.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, it's an honor, man.
And with this album that we'll let you do that, the plug and stuff, like where people able to listen to it, like when can people get their hands on it? How does that process go?
Yeah, so when does this come out? Do you guys know?
This Friday.
So okay.
I mean, sorry, today.
Yeah. But no, so there's a link in my bio where you can hear the album early. And it's kind of like pay what you want. And it's kind of an opportunity for people to directly support the art and get the reward of hearing it before everyone else hears it. And, shout out to everyone who's done that so far. I usually do that. And because people sometimes ask me, real fans are like, I know Spotify doesn't pay much for like a stream. It's like, how can I really support this shit? So it's like I give the opportunity for the ones who really, really want to support it. And you could click the link in my bio and hear it right now. And if not, it's streaming everywhere December 18th on all platforms.
Nice. And when you look at the production, the lyrics that you've kind of put together for it, the structures that you put together for the songs, what's your stand-up track on that album for you?
Damn.
You ask him to choose his favorite baby.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I am.
Man, it changes. It changes. But I think right now, I think it's Winds of Change. I don't know. I think it's Winds of Change though, man, because I think that, details the journey of me quitting sobriety and me being at the bottom and depressed and me overcoming it to now doing a project with one of my favorite producers. I think that just captures what I went through in the last year and change. And so I got to probably say that one. I like the feeling too. I like the Buck one. I like them all, man. I do. I really do.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you're looking to Boom?
Yeah, I'm looking to you.
Shoot, I don't even know. Like,
I got another question.
Okay, yeah. Mine was just about. I'm still amazed at how dope the album is, man.
No, I appreciate it.
Like,
man.
I like coming off of the last album. It's like, because, being directors and stuff, I see things in a cinematic sort of way.
Yep.
And it's like, it tells a tale.
Yeah.
And
sure.
like, I'm just looking at it and I can visualize it. I was like, man, this is like a soundtrack to your life, right?
Yeah, that's what it is, man. And it's like, that's what I try to do every time. Well, it's not even that I try to do it. It's just what naturally happens. Like, the music I put out is what I'm going through at that point in my life. And, sometimes it doesn't end up like that. Like the last album, Patio Season, there's some aspects of what I was going through, but, a lot of it's like summer and party music, and I was already sober at that point. So I'm tapping into, this is like one of the first times of like, let me tap into, what did we do like 2 summers ago? Or what did we do 10 summers ago? And I was kind of pulling from that, which was a cool experience because it was like, let me transport myself in time and get inspiration from other periods of my life and not necessarily right now. But usually it's what I'm going through in that moment,
Yeah. No, I definitely say like that Patio Season was more like, let's create the vibe for everyone else.
Yeah.
This album's more, this is me.
For me, yeah. Like, I feel like this album, this project, and this music with this production is like me at my core. Like, this is the shit that I want to make. This is the shit that is the most me. And I think that the people who are like the day one fans, like they fuck with this version of me the most. And it's like, I know there's a lot of different versions of me and I get experimental and I try different shit sometimes. But I think like this is me at my core, know? Yeah.
What was the name of the last song on that album? The newest one.
This album or the
Patio? This one.
This album is called Keep Going.
Oh, yeah. Bar heavy.
Yeah. Bar heavy. Bar heavy, man.
It was a picture and it's like, you putting on the headphones and hearing this beat for the first time, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That was one of the last ones I did. I had that beat from the beginning and like, I just didn't approach it. I'm like, there's so much going on. I'm like, I'm going to have to like, really put a lot into this one. And like, I knew it was going to have to be like an energetic delivery. So I was kind of scared of it at first, but I saved it for last and just did it last. And the song is kind of inspired by Freeway, to be honest, because I don't know if you guys remember on the What We Do Is Wrong, where Jay was going, keep going free. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to, and then who I'm talking about losing their son and their daughter a year apart, that's Freeway. And I was trying to get him to say the keep going parts, like the keep going, Quake. And he was down, and he's doing so many things right now. Like, he's like, I got you. And then I don't know, I had to get the album in, and it whatever reason it didn't line up. And I always love Free, like that's my guy. But yeah, it would have been cool to have that for that little ode, but I just left my ones in there for now, like, and it's still cool,
Oh,
Yeah.
Could still happen in a remix or something down the road.
Yeah.
So when you see the music scene that's going on down here, kind of who are you checking for these days?
Man, to be honest, I'll be 100% honest. And there is some people, but I rarely, and this is fucking crazy to say, but I rarely even listen to music these days. Like, it's always like I'm listening to a beat I made or something I'm working on, and it's like for me to stop and like check an entire album, like, bro, it's rare. And it's like, even in like my favorite groups of all time, like say Mobb Deep, they came out with a new album. Like I ran it a few times and I'm like, this is fucking dope. But then it's back to work. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't have time to be like the listener that I once was because I'm so focused on doing my shit. But there's definitely people that I fuck with their energy. I really fuck with Basil, what he's got going on. For the young ones, I like J.R. Slaughter, man. I just like his energy and his passion, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been rocking with him. Who else, man? Who else is doing their thing, man? I like the whole vibe, like KO and the Million Vibes, you know, Arenye and Stack, and they bring that island different type of vibe. And I like, you know, I went to a party they had the other night and this shit was dope as hell, man. So definitely them. And, you know, man, the same old usual suspects is I respect anyone trying to do their thing and constantly putting out music because I know how hard it is to do and to keep up with it and to keep the faith alive on this fucking cold road. You know, it's tough. So it's like anyone from the city doing their thing, man, I fuck with. And I hope everyone knows too, like any artist in the city, if there's something that I can give you knowledge on or a piece of advice or anything, like anyone can always reach out to me because like I know how hard it is and I've been through a lot of stuff and made a lot of mistakes, and if I can help someone or point someone in the right direction, like I'm always down to do that, you know?
And I like that because that's something that we see a lot within the community here is that we all in this together kind of thing.
For sure, man. It's like, and I don't know, it's just like I don't see the point in like, I don't know, trying to think you're bigger or better than anyone. Like that attitude doesn't get you far in this business at all. And it's like, bro, we're such a small part of the map. Like, you know what I mean? I try to tell people all the time, like this table, if this table is the whole music industry, like that one little speck right there is Nova Scotia. And it's like, what the fuck are we fighting over this speck for? Like we gotta think of the bigger picture. There's an entire fucking table here. And that's what I always say, man. And I realize that I try to just be genuine and humble, even in the bigger rooms I'm in, and because I learned that from you know, some of the biggest artists in the world, bro. Like Drake, he's the most humble dude in the fucking world, and he still has time to you know, answer my advice or answer me when I hit him up or whatever. So what kind of person would I be to not turn around and give that energy back to the artists in this city? And I don't even know if the artist, that's why I want to say that shit on here. Like, I don't even know if the artists in this city know that shit, or they might be scared to hit me up. But it's like any question or anything I've been through or anything I can do to help, like, bro, I'm on Instagram all the time. Like, just hit me up and I will give you my true thoughts, and like hopefully it'll help you out, you know. And I've done that for different artists and even different genres, bro. I went to Maxwell's Plum the other night, and there was this kid singing, playing guitar at Maxwell's Plum, and I didn't remember him or anything like that. And I was like, bro, this kid is fucking dope. So after he was done or whatever, I went up and I was like, bro, like, you're fucking dope, man. Like, good to meet you, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you don't remember, but he's like 5 years ago, I hit you up for advice and you wrote me this big, long paragraph. And he's like, that made me keep going on my journey and my path. And I was like, bro, I didn't even remember, but it was cool to see that type of shit. Like, that's the type of shit I want to be remembered for, you know? Yeah. Like, that's what it's all about, man. Because like I said, a lot of people bigger than me or who did it before me have given me a lot of game. And I think the only thing to do is to turn around and pass it down anytime you can or any chance you get or whenever somebody asks, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Passing down knowledge. Each one teach one, right?
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that. Terry Simons.
Yeah.
Each one teach one.
Yeah, straight up, man.
Old school basketball philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you mentioned Drake last time you was here, and this time I know you guys talk. You ever think anything working-wise, a working relationship might ever happen?
Shit, I never asked that. I just feel like it's like I don't know, man. Like, there's so much going on with that when you get to that type of level. Like, bro, he's Michael Jackson level, bro. It's like I don't even want to imagine the steps you got to do to clear a record, you know, because like even if he did it, just say it's like what is the process of clearing that to where the label allows that to come out, and like how many lawyers? I don't even want to imagine. And it's like I remember even like he had the song with Benny the Butcher, and that shit wasn't cleared. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit couldn't. Like I think Benny tried to put it. I don't know this, but this is from what I saw. Like he tried to just put it out, and that shit was taken down the next day. Yeah. It's like so. I don't even know the that shit is just out of my fucking realm at this point. Like, you know, I just appreciate him for treating me good and being humble anytime that we interact. And it's cool, man. Yeah.
And how are you feeling about the state of music overall? Because what I've noticed over the last year, like with Nas and all the project that he's been able to put out with like all the artists from like when we were coming up. Yeah. Coming up with fire, and like their albums are fire production, fire music videos.
I was listening to the new Big L today.
Like, bro, it's incredible to see. And it's like, I think it really shows that like hip hop has no age limit, you know? Because it's a relatively new genre. What is it, like 52, 53 years old? It's like, I don't think we've lived in a time yet that we've saw that this was even possible. Like our heroes are grown men in their 50s now, and they're delivering amazing music. Like it's incredible to see. Anytime I see somebody who has, you know, who's aged or whatever, or is over 50 doing shit, it gives me hope to be like, oh, I don't have to stop at this age. Cause like, bro, when I was like 25, I'm like, everyone thinks like, all right, like if shit is not where you want it to be by 30, 35, like you got to hang it up. And it's like, I'm 36 now, and I'm seeing Nas 55 putting out an album, or Ghost or Raekwon or you know, like whoever, and that shit is inspiring to me, man. And it shows that there's no age limit and there's always a place for everyone, you know? Like I think hip hop is such a wide genre now where there's so many different facets. It's almost like we got to have subgenres, because it's like what the kids are doing sounds completely different than this, but it's still hip hop. Yeah. But it's just like, it's just, there's something for everyone now. And I think it's a beautiful thing, man.
I love the irony that the MC who's out put out an album, Hip Hop is Dead, is the one showing us that's anything but.
Yeah.
No, it's wild, and it's beautiful to see, right? Because like, as you said, it was always viewed in the city and other provinces and other territories and other spots of the world. You got to hang it up at a certain point if you're doing hip hop.
Yeah.
But you could be in rock and roll. You could do a cover band at 65. People come out to your shows. Right?
Yeah, sure.
And people support you, like your friends and family.
Yeah, like you had the Rolling Stones on there, and they look like they're ready to keel over.
Yeah.
But people still go, and they'll put out a new album, but they gave the illusion that hip hop artists have to pass after the 30s. I was like, no.
I don't really get that. And it's like, I could see it for sports. Like your body ages. Yeah. And it's like your body ages. You got to give it up. Your knees aren't what they used to be. But it's like, bro, this shit is just your mind. Yeah. And if anything, your mind gets sharper and you become more knowledgeable and you learn more about yourself and about life as you age. Like the most shit I learned about life has probably been like the last 5 years, like after 30. And I can't imagine what I'm going to learn or where I'm going to be at come 40, 45, 50. And I think you're seeing that shit now. Like, bro, I don't think anyone is out rapping Malice right now from the Clips.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't. And it's like, bro, how old is he? 55?
Man.
Like, he's almost 60. And it's like, I think no one's else rapping him. I think he's the rapper of the year, like for this year.
Yeah, man.
And like those verses are crazy, and it just shows that like, I don't know, man. There's no age limit to it, and you could do it at a high level. And I feel like he's even pushing the envelope on what he used to do. Like I feel like he's at his best right now. Yeah. And
I
cool
agree there.
It's cool to see.
Yeah, he was someone when I heard the first track that he came back on, I was like, guys didn't miss a step.
No,
like, how does this happen?
It's crazy. Like, you know, when everyone always looks at Pusha, and I don't want to say this, but it's like, bro, I think he's better than Pusha T, which is
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you with that. I can't lie.
Yeah. No disrespect to anyone, but it's just, I feel like if he had a hell of a year, man.
Yeah. And it can't be disrespectful. We're talking about 2 elite athletes now.
Yeah,
2 elite Bearsmiths, we'll call them.
Yeah.
They brothers. I doubt he takes any disrespect to him, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, De La Soul put out an album too this year.
Yeah, I like De La, man. Always been a fan. Their album, The Grind Date, made me a fan. I think that came out in like 2003 or something like that. But that shit was dope. I actually got to open for them this year. Them, Cypress Hill, Talib Kweli, and The Far Side. And yeah, De La was cool as hell, man. Super cool, you know. It was cool to meet them, and they killed the show too. Incredible stage show. So it's good to see. Good to see, man.
Oh yeah, now that would be a show where it's like that's hip hop head show.
Yeah,
like people are coming to listen to the lyrics.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like some of the production too is like, bro, it's insane. Like the song "The Grind Day," when that shit came on, everyone went crazy. Like, and it was dope because it was intro. Bro, check this out. It was intro, and we were having like an after party, and it was supposed to be that all these local artists were gonna perform at the after party, and IV was gonna spin, and it was just gonna be like an after party vibe. And this was at the Engine Room intro, and then all of a sudden, Talib Kweli pulls up, Maceo from De La Soul pulls up. This one pulls up, that one pulls, and can I DJ? And it's like, all right, how are you gonna say no to Talib Kweli? So Talib Kweli gets on there, he starts DJing, and then this one's DJing, that one DJing. It's like It took the whole after party. So I you know, you feel bad for the artists that were there to perform, but it's like, bro, this is a fucking kind of a once in a lifetime vibe. Like to book these guys to DJ your club, like. I started trying to calculate the math. I'm like, this is like $50,000 of a show we're getting right now for free.
Yeah.
So it was dope to see, man. Yeah.
That's amazing because that's them doing it just off the strength of loving the craft.
Yeah, loving the craft, man. It was a beautiful thing, and like I've been to the Engine Room so many times. It was just a trip. I'm like, oh, is Talib Kweli really DJing at the Engine Room right now? And it's like the local crowd is there, and I'm like, I don't even think these people from Tro, like some of them don't even realize what's going on right now. Like, you know? But it was dope. It was dope to see.
Man, I love artists that just, something about artists that just love the art, doing it because they love it.
Man, I think it really shows. It really shows. Because I'm guilty. I've been guilty of trying to do something because A, I think people will like it, or B, because it worked for me in the past and I'm trying to recreate that moment, and that shit never works, bro. Never works. Like when I got this song, my song Confessions, it was like the only time I ever been on pop radio, top 40, and that shit like was top 30 on the Billboard for radio, and that shit was moving for me. And then I remember I spent like a year after that of trying to recreate that song or that formula, and it was like the worst music I ever made in my life because that song wasn't intended to be, I wasn't going into that song being like, let's make a radio hit. I just made a song, and then that shit worked for that. And I think when you're trying to force something or do it for gain, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I think people are going to like this, or this is easy, this formula will work, then it doesn't work, man. When you're doing it from your heart, everything else follows. Like, it's like once you start chasing the money starts running. Yeah. But when you do it for the love and what's in your soul, then the money starts chasing you, you know? So that's what I've learned. Never do anything with, you know, money or ulterior motives in mind. Like, do it because this is how you feel 100% and this is what you want to do. And you know, and that doesn't mean don't make other songs or try different, maybe more catchier lane or more pop, but it's like, just make sure it's from what's in your soul and what you want to do. Like, even when I made the country song, it was like, bro, I was getting into a lot of like listening to country artists because the songwriting is so good. And like, I wanted to make that song. Like nobody forced me to be like, oh, do this because everyone's doing it. It's going to work. And it was just like, and it didn't really work that well. but yeah, it's like anytime I do something now, it's because like that's the zone I'm in and because that's what I want to do, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's something that people, like the fans sometimes get misconstrued, or people who criticize hip hop music, or like in the idea of the age limit.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're like, oh, you should have made it, or you should be making it, you should be at this level doing this. Like, no, I do this because I love this.
Yeah. And it's like,
love this. This is part of me.
I like to expand my shit. And it's like, bro, I went through a period where I didn't feel like rapping, because usually after I do an album, like I can't think of nothing else. You know, like there's always a time, like a 3-month time, or usually where I'm like, I already said everything. And like, so during those times, bro, I would make singing records. Like I have like 40 of them, whether it would be like R&B influenced or like folk country influenced. Like I was just making these because like this was what was in my soul at the time. And, you know, I think in turn, like whether those come out or not, that shit taught me so much about my voice and how to use my voice in a different way that now I've used on my hooks on my albums and shit. So it's like, it's not a waste of time. It's just like again, what I said about the comfort zone, like when you run towards your comfort zone, you're going to grow it. And when you run towards the uncomfortable sore, you're going to grow your comfort zone. And that's what I was doing. And it gave me tools to then use in the shit I'm doing now, you know? And it's like, I don't know, people can say what they want, but bro, when you sit here and make music for 12 hours a day for the past 15 years, like that shit gets boring making the same fucking song over and over. Like your brain is eventually going to want to try something new. Like what if I told the fans who were saying that shit, all right, you can only eat hot dogs for every meal for the rest of your fucking life. Like eventually you're gonna be like, fuck, can I get a steak at least once? Like that shit gets repetitive and boring. And it's like the human being, the mind wants to always go somewhere else. And it's like, it's to be stimulated and to grow. It's like, I'm trying to grow. And I feel like that's where people kind of get it misconstrued sometimes, where it's like, well, I remember you from this because this was my high school year and you sounded like this and this is what I resonate with you. But we can't get those times back, and it's not that time anymore. And it's like, I'm growing, I'm evolving as a person, and I'm doing shit that I feel will help me grow and evolve. And if that, you know, means making a song or a specific choice that doesn't align with you, then I'm cool with it as long as it's from within my soul, you know?
Remind me of something I heard Tech Nine say. He said, if you like the old album, it's still there.
Yeah, that's what Jay said. You want the old album, buy the old album.
You like the old shit, buy the old album. I evolved. This is what I'm on now.
No, but that shit, like all that shit, I could say is probably one of the best things I did for myself was experimenting in other genres. Maybe the world wasn't ready, or my fans weren't ready to have one of those things released. But bro, it's made me such a better songwriter and a better rapper. So much better. From studying other genres and just, you know, being able to use my voice in different ways or approach different topics in different ways that you wouldn't normally think, you know, being a rapper. And so I you know, I'm grateful for it, and I'm glad that I did it, you know.
Yeah, King Tigger's not here to say it, but he was bumping that country song.
Oh,
he loved that.
Yeah.
He loved that.
Yeah, people were fucking with it. I feel like it was either like a love or hate. And I feel like, man, subconsciously, I might have, because I'm looking back and I always like to think about the psychology, like what was I really thinking, or like what made me do that? And I think at the time was everything was just kind of felt stagnant for me. Like, not that I wasn't growing, but it just felt like everything was too smooth. Like it was just smooth sailing, another song, cool, gets this many streams. And it's like, I kind of feel like looking back that I was like in the mood for some backlash to like fire me up. You know what I mean? It was like, I know secretly if I do this, like people are going to be pissed. And I was like, but I need that shit to make the album I just made.
Yeah, you need that fire.
Yeah. I knew that it was gonna give me some fire, and then I knew some people were gonna fuck with it too.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't think I was thinking that in the moment, but looking back subconsciously, I feel like that was kind of probably why I did that, you know?
And speaking of doing new things, I seen you did a reel where you wrote like I don't know if I should say R&B type song, and then use the what's that?
Oh, the AI shit.
Yeah. I forget what that program.
Suno. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy.
What is your take on all that stuff?
Man, I think it's gonna be. People are gonna use it, bro. It's available, and people are gonna use it, and they're already using it. And I don't think there's nothing I can say, or I don't think there's nothing anybody can really say to stop it. So I think it becomes one of those things where it's like, use it to enhance what you're doing, or use it to be your whole shit. But I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I'm kind of conflicted. But I think it's definitely going to help songwriters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Because as a songwriter, you might write a song, say you want to pitch a song to a female R&B group. I could write the song, sing it, then change the voice to a female. Now when I show them this idea, they're going to hear it more in the way that they're going to gravitate towards it.
I see what you mean for like reference tracks. So it makes for like someone who's doing ghostwriting a lot easier for that project.
For sure. Yeah. Because if I'm writing a song for say a country artist, or I want to pitch it to a country artist, I'm going to change the voice to something that's in the lane of that artist. Yeah. And it's going to make them hear what the finished product could be better than if like say I sung it or whoever. And I don't know. I think that's crazy. And I think the opportunities are going to be crazy for me as a writer with that. Like, I just did a hook on one of StreetRunner's beats, and he sent that. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but he sent that shit to a major artist. He was like, bro, this is crazy. And he sent that to a major artist to where, like it would be someone like John Legend would sing this hook maybe. Like it was like that in mind. And it was something I wrote and sang and changed it into a fucking like a gospel R&B type of voice, and I feel like that shit is hard. So I feel like that shit is gonna change for me as a writer, because especially like a lot of those songs I had, like I said, when I was doing all that music of singing, like I can change that now into whatever voice I want, depending on the opportunity. Like say I don't know, for example, say I meet Jelly Roll somewhere or something. I could be like, yo, I got a song for you, or whatever it is, whoever it is, you know what I mean? And I think that's cool. As far as like using that shit like on your own music, right now I've been using it for like little things. Like I'll hear like a saxophone on my shit, and I'll go, and then I'll be like, change that shit into a saxophone, and then I'll put that shit in the beat.
Oh, that's smart.
Or change the, or I'll hear a choir going, oh, and I'll change this into a gospel choir, a 50-person gospel choir, to where before, like for me to get that done and pay all those people, and I was like, bro, I can't afford this shit, but now I can just do it. Yeah, I feel like the little accents is gonna help enhance my music. I haven't figured out where I stand on like, do I want to write a hook and have someone that sounds like Anthony Hamilton sing my hook and put it out? Like, I don't know, and I'm trying to process that right now. But at the same token, bro, I've sampled entire hooks off other artists. Cruel Summer. Like, that's sampled the whole fucking hook. Basically stole it because didn't clear it. So it's like, if I'm writing something and using my own voice and my own melodies and telling it what I wanted to do, like, is that more ethical than just taking somebody's whole sample? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
No, it does change a lot of things when you think about that, about clearing samples and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that sounds similar,
but
not the same lyrics.
And it's like that. you can't put any artist's name into the app, and you can't put any lyrics from like a song into the app too. So like, say I sang like say I did still DRE or whatever, it would be like, you can't say this. Or if I wrote like sing this like John Legend, it won't do it.
Okay.
So it's like you have to find ways on how to
Make
word
it sound
it
that way.
And like what I've been doing for anyone that's using it, here's a hack, is like go to ChatGPT and say, write me a prompt for something that sounds like John Legend without using his name. Just capture the vibe and the essence in other words. And that's what I do. And then I'll put it into the thing, you know?
Smart.
But
there you go. A hack for y'all.
But yeah, I learned that shit, bro, in Atlanta. When I was going down to mix this album, we were at LVRN Studios, which is like Black's label, Summer Walker's label. Fucking beautiful space. And they had like a whole like song camp going on in there. Like mad producers, mad artists. Everyone was cool. And then my boy Maul, who's like my oldest friend in Atlanta, like the first person I met in Atlanta ever, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. He's always been a computer wizard. Like they call him the whiz kid. And he would be the guy that used to sell these producers laptops with the programs already on them. And like mad producers, like when I first went there, like mad producers who are big now, like who've done Lil Baby or this one or that one, like big records, like he started them and geared them up. And he was also the guy, like if your session crashed or the computer's not working or you lost it, big artists would call him and be like, yo, come like fix this. And he would do it. So he's always been ahead on like this computer shit and this technology shit. And bro, he sat me down at the LVRN studios for like 2 hours and showed me this shit. And that shit blew my mind. Like the wheels just started turning. I'm like, oh my God. Like I said, the first thing it made me think of is like, oh my God, as a writer, what could I do? Like I could make songs and pitch them to anyone. And that's what I started doing. I'm like, man, I know people in this industry. And so I hit up STREETRUNNER at the time, like, bro, look, this is what I'm doing. Like, send me a beat. And then he sent me the beat and it's like, do a hook that Jay-Z would like. And I did it. And then I sent Boy Wonder was another one I texted. I'm like, bro, look at what I'm doing. Like, if you ever need any hook references for whoever you're working with, like, let me know. He's like, all right, cool. And that was just a whole other opportunity or avenue that I discovered that wasn't there yesterday. Like, that shit changed overnight. You know what I mean? And it's like, so for that, I think technology is a good thing. But again, like, I don't know how far it's going to go or what is going to happen. But as far as my thoughts is like, bro, it's not really taking anything away from the artist because you're still got to write it and tell it what to do and what to say. Now, at some point, is it going to start writing its own lyrics? Like, I think you can do that. Yeah. But I feel like the AI shit, bro, is not smart enough to be, like, real clever. Like, they can't do, like, double entendres or like capture a certain feeling or put it in the words that you, and maybe it will get to that point, but like, bro, it can't write like punchlines and shit. It's whack. Like, you know, like I've tried it, like write me a punchline just to see. It's like, bro, it's trash. Like, yeah.
I've seen some where it was all AI and it's just, it got no soul.
No.
You know it's missing.
No.
It's
I think people, I'm starting to realize, I think people really, really underestimate how important it is on what you say. Because, like, I've heard songs off the AI where it's like the voice sounds amazing, the production sounds amazing, but the lyrics are whack. Yeah. So I can't relate to it. It doesn't touch my soul. And it's like, it made me start realizing it's like, all right, you can have as much swagger or sound or the best voice in the world that you want to have, but if you don't have a good song, like good lyrics that's going to touch someone or resonate in some type of way, then it's not going to work. And I think you see that in the world where there's like really good singers who may not be the best writers. You know what I mean? And that shit doesn't really go that far. And I think that writing is so, so important, and not wasting a line is so, so important. And that's another thing I learned from hanging around with like these other genre songwriters. Like when I was in Nashville and like we were at this songwriters like retreat, and I'm seeing like it's all a bunch of songwriters performing in Nashville. I was the only rapper there out of anyone performing, and I just started seeing, like, realizing like how airtight their fucking lyrics were. Like how does this lead into the hook, and how do you wrap this whole idea up with a bow? And I'm just like, started opening my mind. I'm like, damn, like this is why this makes you feel something. And it's like, I think like, you know, I didn't realize how important that lyrics were. I think I took it for granted, like, you know, when somebody spits a dope rap, it's just like, oh, I you know, it makes me feel something, it gives me goosebumps, but I didn't really know why until I started breaking it down. Like, okay, this is because they're saying some really, really tough shit. Like, and it's like, I think seeing it in another genre kind of just made me look at it from like a different perspective. Like, oh shit, okay. Like, because they're saying less, other genres are saying less words than hip hop. So, you know, when they say, this is another thing I want to ask you guys about. So what is lyrical to you? Because I think it gets misconstrued sometimes, because like, I think sometimes in what we think in hip hop is lyrical is rhyming a bunch of words. Like, I'll hit you in the esophagus with a soccer kick, with a vocative for talking shit, but it's like, sometimes I feel like people do that in hip hop and it's a whole bunch of nothing. Like, yeah, it rhymes good. And I feel like another artist might say a 1-syllable line that just, it's like, this shit is so fucking real that it hits so hard. And I think that kind of opened my mind too, where it's like, all right, you don't have to always be the fucking best lyrical, miracle, spiritual. It's just like, if you're just saying some shit that really hits, like, you could say it in a simple way that's going to be effective. And I think like greats like Jay-Z do that. Like, it's like, bro, he might just say one thing in a simple ass way, but you're like, damn, that is crazy. And I don't know, I think that opened my mind too.
Yeah, I think it's hip hop's the only one where they call you lyrical if you're more like technical and wordplay and
because
stuff like that.
Because what is lyrical in another genre? You know what I mean? Like, what is lyrical in R&B is like how many syllables you rhyme?
Yeah,
like,
no. See,
what makes a rock and roll song lyrical is what you say.
And what you feel.
Yeah.
And I think in hip hop we call them more emotional rappers when it what they say hits you, like DMX.
Tupac,
he doesn't use all these big syllables and stuff like that.
Like,
but
that's another argument I don't like, to where people were like, well, Tupac wasn't lyrical, but you felt him. It's like, bro, who the fuck said he wasn't lyrical? What are you talking about? Like,
exactly.
I hate that. And that seems to be like a thing that people say now. Like,
I won't lie, I used to say that. But then when you break it down, it's because you felt the
words he's saying.
You felt it.
You felt it. You, bro.
Yeah. And he's still rhyming a bunch of syllables too. Like, let's not get that twisted.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, it kind of like checks the box on all fronts. But yeah, that's one thing I've been thinking about lately, because it's like, so if lyrical and hip hop is rhyming a bunch of words and being technical, what is that for a singer? You know what I mean? It's just like, I would think it's a lyric that is creative, that touches you. Yeah. And it's like, so why can't we be lyrical in hip hop without always having a rap 1,000 miles a minute or rhyme every fucking, you know what I mean? Like, why can't it just be some real shit we say, you know?
Yeah, that's why I've been starting calling that more like technical or wordplay.
Yeah.
Because the lyrical should be what we're saying here. That type of, that's what we should consider lyrical. Because like you said, what would the counterpart be?
Because there's a lot of people who are lyrical with no fucking substance at all.
Yes,
there's a million of them out there that rhyme the best you ever heard in your fucking life. Rhyme their ass off. Like, holy shit, how that? But it's like,
even crazy word.
What did that verse
it's not
mean?
saying anything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Like, it's hip hop is complex.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the only genres that has like multiple genres within it.
Yeah, no, facts. I think we were saying that earlier. Like, there's mad different genres within hip hop. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, again, I think there's a place for everyone.
Oh,
7 billion people, 8 billion people in the world, man. If you do what's in your heart, then how you're feeling, chances are there's going to be a group of people out there that's going to feel the way you do. Maybe not everyone, but you're going to find your audience. You know?
That's what they said about the internet. Whatever you're into, you'll find a group on there. You'll find it. You'll find your people out there.
Who said that? Or you see Sebastian Maniscalco? He's like, what did he say? He's like, people do anything on the internet. They're just people that fucking throw parties and dress up like babies. You can find it. He's like,
there's probably a whole community.
Yeah,
anything.
Oh yeah.
So when you jump into the creative process, like how does that start for you? Is it the beat? Is it the lyrics you're writing? Is it the chorus first? Like how are you jumping into it? Like
usually what I'll do is 9 times out of 10 I'll make the beat first, and then unless it's a beat from another producer, then I'll just start with the beat. But I like to start with the hook usually, and what I do is I'll put the beat in the software, and then I'll just hit record, and then I'll mumble and freestyle through the length of the entire beat. And, some of that might be melody, some of it might be verse. And then what I'll do is I'll take that take and then start cutting it and moving it around. Like, oh, this melody sounds like a hook. I'll move it to the hook. And then I will take that melody and put words to it. And then, if I have another different type of flow, I'll be like, okay, maybe that's a starting point for the verse or whatever. And I feel like that works because your first instinct is usually right. Like, you're not overthinking it. And it's just like when you first hear something like, what flow does this give you? Or what feel does this give you? That instinct is usually right. And then you could just dial it in with the lyrics after that, Yeah. But I don't know. Last night I made a song to where I had no theme, no concept, just wrote a hard verse. And then I was like, what is this verse about? And then I tied it in with the hook. So, I mean, there's no right or wrong. But that first way I told you is like the standard way of what I normally would do. And if that doesn't work or I'm not feeling like doing that day, I might just try something else, But I feel like it's important to try different ways and see what works for you. The way I record, the way I do it is like I write my entire verse before I rap it. And, being in Atlanta and places like that, I see artists who don't even write their verse. They do one line at a time. So they'll play the beat. They'll say the first line, play it again. The first line goes. They'll say the second line, or they'll fuck up and be like, oh, run it again. And they're just punching in line by line. And like, to me, that shit blew my mind. And like, I've tried that. It doesn't really work for me, but like, I don't think there's any right or wrong way as long as it works for you,
Yeah, I know myself, like when I'm doing the writing process, I'll rap, and if I mess up, I go back to the beginning and I have to get the whole verse or whatever. But I'm doing that as I'm writing the entirety of the verse, right?
Yeah. And bro, this is what's crazy, because every time you're writing the next part of the verse, I don't know if you do this, but it's like I always say the first part and then I'll try to keep it going or whatever. But then I started realizing like maybe that's why like these guys, some of these new guys have cool flows, because they're doing it a line or two at a time, and they're not like boxed in. Because when I'm reading like these 4 bars over and over and thinking what's next, it's kind of like I'm painting an imaginary line off of these 4 bars of where I can go next. It's like in the vein of these 4 bars, but it's like when you're just doing it one at a time, I feel like there's no fucking lines. And so I could see how that shit would work for some people. Like my boy Sazy, who I talked to, he said he doesn't even write it down anymore. And I'm like, damn, like your flow's been getting crazy lately. And he's like, it's because it's not boxed in. Like the freedom's crazy. And even Freeway, who I was talking to, he said he does it like that now. Yeah. So it's definitely something I do want to try, but it's like, it's not my process at the moment.
And that's you're just expanding my mind on that, because that's something I didn't really think about. But you're right, you are boxing yourself in because you're trying to.
Yeah, you keep repeating flow, right? You keep repeating the part before. Yeah. So that means naturally your brain's gonna think like, oh, I have to keep this same flow for the next 4. But it's like you really don't. Like you could go anywhere with it at any time. And I feel like that type of freedom, I've been starting to try to do that more, especially on this album, where it's like, let's switch up the flow. Like, let me do a fast part here or slow it down here. And because I used to just, like, I don't know. I used to just, like I said, be boxed in and be like, these 4 bars have to be like the last 4 bars. And this one, and I feel like once you start telling yourself there's no rules and you could go anywhere you want, then it becomes, a time for growth, and it's a beautiful thing,
Absolutely.
Awesome. We're getting to time. Anything we should talk about the future now? What's coming next?
Yeah, what you got up and coming? We know people find your music. What's going on? Let us know what's going on. They can find it.
Quake Matthews everywhere, all streaming platforms. And I don't know what's coming next, man. I got a few ideas. Like I definitely got enough music for another album, and then I got enough demos as a songwriter that I've been just toying with ideas like, how the fuck am I gonna do this or get the attention to get it to people, or you know? And I was like, I might just put out a EP of like, and call it like songs I wrote, and just have it all different songs that I wrote with the AI shit, and do it as like a songwriter, and try to gain some attention to that project, and be like, these songs are up for grabs, you know? And, but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to think about. I only just learned the AI shit like 2 weeks ago. So it's like, I don't even know. I'm just having fun with it at this point, and I haven't really thought too deep, but I know that there's possibilities there for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
You got any appearances, shows, trips coming up where you're going away to do work?
Yeah, we got a show coming up. It's the album release party. It's January 10th at the Marquee, sponsored by Garrison. I think that's going to be a dope show. I haven't really done a show at home like that, like an album release big show, since I think like 2 albums ago. So it's going to feel good to get back out there. January 10th. You can get your tickets right now. Link is in my bio. And yeah, as far as trips, man, I don't know. I would definitely love to get back to New York at some point. I love it there, and I want to get back to Atlanta as much as I can, man. I just want to shout out the people in Atlanta too, bro. They're really some of the coolest, most humble people on earth at anywhere I've been. Like, it's kind of how what people say about Nova Scotians or Newfoundlanders or the East Coast of Canada. Like, how, you know, it's like, to me, I feel like down there is like that, but more. Like, everyone's so cool to you. The first couple times I started going there, I was like, bro, are they trying to set me? Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, why are you being so nice to me? Like, I'm a stranger, you know? But that's just how it is. And Southern hospitality is a real thing, man. And it's so many genuine, kind-hearted people down there, bro. It's just really refreshing to be around and inspiring, you know?
I got to add that to my list. I've never been to Atlanta.
It's dope, man. It's one of the best places, man. And it's the people. It's the people. It's all the people, man.
I share your love for New York too.
Yeah, it's the bro.
I love New York.
All my favorite rappers are from New York. All my favorite television, New York, New Jersey, and just like everything, like culture-wise, I grew up on is New York. So like seeing that shit in real life is so inspiring. You know, walking by the Biggie mural or the Nas mural or the Big L mural, or you know, bumping into Sway, or just the whole energy, everything about it, man. It feels like at home to me, and I haven't been there in a few years, so I got to get back there.
Another thing, I guess, you know, we'd be fools not to bring it up. You watched the Diddy doc?
I did, yeah. It's crazy, man.
I only seen the first episode so far.
Yeah, it's
that's
wild ride,
pretty
bro.
wild, man.
I didn't realize like to the extent of what was going on and shit like that, man. And
I didn't even realize how long he was. He was a backup there. I didn't even know that part. I thought I only knew that he started as a promoter, right?
Yeah,
but they went back even further.
To
and
me,
I was like, oh,
to me, man, what like I'm getting really into like psychology these days, and it's just like mostly of like what makes people do the things they do. Like, even it could be anyone with like, you know, a relationship that goes wrong or whatever it is. And it's just like, what was the thought process, even if they're not conscious of it? Like, what would make a person like this do that? And that's the aspect I'm really interested about, is like what is the psychology behind him and that made him think like he could keep getting away with it, or you know, is it money and fame and power too quickly and then you lose yourself in it? Or does it have to be with your father was a street guy and he got murdered, and now you're trying to be this guy to live up to what he would have been or he would have been proud of? Or, and it just like the psychology of it is really fascinating to me. And I would love to see like a therapist or something break it down. Like, does he have something, like, is it extreme narcissism, or like what is making him think this way? Like, I'm really curious about that, you know?
Yeah. That'd be something.
Yeah.
So it definitely would be, because you think about like where he originally got the beginning of the fame was off that party where the 6 people died.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's literally where the world
Bro,
started
I didn't even
knowing
know
who he
about
was.
that shit. I didn't even know.
That was one of the things I remember
that.
hearing about
Crazy.
a while ago, right? And that they were saying that that's kind of where the industry started to know who he was.
Yeah. But that makes me think, bro, I think there's a whole fucking world of shit going on at high levels, and it has to do with energy and things that we don't know about, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know. It just seems like there's got to be something more that they're able to harness energy or death and like propel to success, or like some evil shit that I feel like we don't understand how to manipulate energy in this way. But it's like, bro, you always see that shit where people, you know, have somebody close die out of nowhere, then they get propelled further, or it just seems weird to me. And I feel like there's a whole world of that shit that we don't even have a clue about. And I feel like that shit is going on at high levels. Even like the Epstein shit you see, like bro, I don't know. Like there's got to be some type of, and then I feel like blackmail is all tied in somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, if you want to be in this club, we'll catch you on camera doing this, and then if you ever turn on us, we'll put the footage out. And like, there's some sick shit. I don't know. I never want to have the extent of knowing that shit. Like, I don't want to be walking in those doors. I don't need to be that big of an artist. Like, let me fucking do my thing. Let me buy a small house, a vehicle, mind my business, and not have to work in my life and do what I love, and I'm good, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll end it on that.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you
Appreciate
back,
guys,
man.
Appreciate
Glad to have you
guys.
back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Damn, how long was that? Was that an hour and 15 already?
Yeah.
That's quick, man. Time
I know.
flies when you're
When you're having fun, that's what they say,
crazy,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the rebel. I feel like I didn't shut the fuck up the whole time.
No,
I got
no.
so many ideas, man.
Oh, man. And that's why it's always a pleasure, right?
Yeah,
you know
man.
what? Make this a yearly thing.
Yeah, for
Have you-
sure. I'm down anytime,
More than a
man.
yearly.
Yeah, we could do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Second,
Oh, sure.
quarter-
Anytime.
yeah,
Yes,
quarterly,
anytime.
Yeah, like
for
quarterly.
Shit, we
Well,
could
I
have a
wanna
guest
try-
here. You could just pop in.
I got
I'd
this
be-
idea where I want to like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with this, but I like the idea, and I'm going to, my man Rook put me onto this idea, but it was like to have something drop like for every season. So, you know, like the winter, the spring, fall, summer, it's like if you can figure that out, or whether it's an EP or a full-length album, like I feel like that's something I want to do, because just the mood is different in every season. You're thinking different in every season. It's like if you challenge yourself to do a project and have the soundtrack or capture the mood or the feel of every season, like I feel like that shit would be dope, you know?
No, absolutely. That would
That's
be dope.
I hope no one don't steal that.
Yeah.
You heard
I'll
it
take
here.
if you
It's,
want.
it's already in the works.
Yeah, take it here. But yeah, if I can do that, then I'll see you guys in the spring.
Yeah. Guys, I forgot what season was next to
Yeah,
for a
what
second.
is it? I don't even know if I'm
It's
not.
winter and winter. We got
Yeah,
summer and winter.
Winter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
is it spring in the summer and fall in the winter?
We got summer and winter. This is
Oh
Nova
yeah,
Scotia,
it's Nova
bro.
Scotia.
Yeah. I had to. Yeah, is it spring that comes next?
Because I think that don't they say that the saying is that you spring into summer?
Yeah.
I think
Spring
And
into summer, fall, into winter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
I feel dumb. I got to go back to school.
I forget which one autumn is supposed to be. I don't know why the seasons have multiple
Two
names.
Yeah, it's shit confusing enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Pleasure as always.
Yes, sir.
I'm John Kizzy. You know who Izzy, aka Philly G, because they know who I be. Got Ray on the left.
Stay safe, people.
Special guest Quake
Yes,
Matthews
sir.
on the
Much
right.
love, much love.
And we out.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.